Mirage is an interesting documentary, and it does a really great job of editing both footage from the journey and the challenge, and also interviews with the different characters giving their perspectives, which makes it a really interesting way to feel like we're, as viewers, a part of this journey.
The Mirage was an amazing film. I didn't even know that humans were capable of such a physical feat as Timothy made in this film, just pushing himself to the absolute limits. Hearing the stats that he was running basically 51 miles a day, which he described as being 14 marathons a week, and seeing as a marathon is like a huge feat for a human being to accomplish. It's really hard to put that in perspective, how much Timothy ran. So that was really amazing to see him accomplish that. At a lot of times it didn't seem like he could, especially with his injury. And that was sort of nail-biting to watch him fight through his leg injury and having his family question the ethics of continuing to push him. There was definitely a lot of ethical dilemmas in this film of how far can you push your loved one to accomplish their goals. But to see him do it was really amazing. I loved the focus on Timothy's support system and how important they were to his success. Seeing every role that every person had in his journey, and also seeing how much his loved ones were willing to sacrifice for him was really awesome as well. And the focus on family, I really appreciated. Just seeing how much of a motivation they were to him was really sweet. And also seeing the birth, well, not actually seeing the birth, but seeing that his wife had their baby in the end, and seeing that after her being pregnant throughout this whole journey was really cool to see as well. And I loved having that in the end. And having his message to his daughter was also very sweet. So I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was really amazing, just to see how much Timothy accomplished. Just incredible.
This film is called The Mirage. Wow, what an epic doc. I loved seeing the distance runner take on the very long Pacific Crest Trail. He and his family were motivated by previous challenges and tragedies. This was a healing run. The most striking thing for me about this film is how it captures so many intimate moments with his wife and kids, and then see how much they encourage him to strive for his running goal. When the incredible footage shows him on his run, you can sense their presence in his sheer determination to continue. I also love the breathtaking cinematography, so many lovely shots of the varied terrain, notably rocky mountains, fields, cliffs, forests, and valleys. The nighttime shots were also fantastic, with his headlamp guiding him. The piano, synth, and percussion were all perfect at different emotional moments in the race. So happy for him, his friends, and family that all helped to make it happen. Despite many setbacks, he completed this arduous race. Great job.
The Mirage. So I like the variety of shots and the camera work used in this documentary. It's very clear that they used things like GoPros and regular cameras and iPhones, etc. And this does well to sort of give the documentary variety, especially because of kind of the subject matter and how he's sort of always on the move and on the go. It's great to have all these sort of angles and these shots to give you a full view of what he's up against as a character, and like what the challenges might be like. If the viewer can only imagine. So I think the introduction is encapsulating and draws you in as a viewer immediately. I like that his family sort of goes along with him, even though they're not actually going through the journey or participating like he is. But it's nice to sort of incorporate them, because throughout the documentary, it is a grueling sort of isolating process that Tim goes through. And it's nice to have that sort of balance to sort of rough around to smooth the edges out. And yeah, it's easier to consume that way. I like the graphics used to show the scope of the trail and kind of what he's going through, and how difficult that might have been for him, but I think it was very well shot.
The Mirage was a really great piece following Tim on this this journey. this like really dangerous, like arduous journey, and noting all the different um, physical and emotional challenges that go with it. But I think what's really astounding within the way this is shot is that it also follows, you know, the crew and his family and the other people involved in this, and seeing how it affects them as well. And the shift in that when he has to use his own camera, and you see all these different perspectives, that makes it really, really interesting, and it makes the story more compelling for sure. I think it was shot really well. I think the narrative of which this played out was really creative and clever, and it added another level to what could have been kind of a one-sided flat story. And I really want to commend the filmmakers for that, because it was a very smart choice, and it made this more emotionally involved to watch as a viewer, because you only want the best, for the sake of the family at least. But this was a really, really interesting story, and really well shot, the way it all played out. So very, very well done.
What an amazingly brave soul. I'd say that with the entire family. The dad, the mom doing it in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy. This is an incredibly brave family. It's a journey that I think was worth taking and taking with him, especially at times where he was alone and only had a GoPro or something to record his journey, because the crew couldn't come with him. The fact that he made it makes it really worth watching. It showed the natural elements, the worry on both sides. A film like this could have just followed Tim's journey, but it followed his family's journey too, which is what made it that much more endearing to watch.
The thing that resonates the most about the Mirage is the idea of running as a form of healing, as like detoxing that kind of helps you get control of your life and recover from addictions and stuff. That was really powerful. And the fact that he could actually do that kind of speaks to his inner strength, which is also then exemplified, you know, by his ability to do this run, to keep going, despite, you know, physical hardships, you know, environmental hardships, wildfires and stuff. It's crazy. It does kind of make you see exactly what a human being is capable of, which is both astonishing and inspiring. But then, you know, he's also got his family and his whole kind of support mechanism, and, you know, all the amazing things that they did to help him, and all the difficult things they went through. So it really does kind of show that even what seems to be an individual achievement is also really a group effort, which I thought was genuinely interesting and moving insight.